Hi again, everybody. It is Tuesday, June 28th, 2022, about 11:45 in the morning, Eastern Daylight Time. What I want to do is pick up where we were yesterday on the video, talked about having the potential short opportunity on the ES with our swing date coming in. We had this high uh, yesterday. It looked like we were there and potentially going to turn on the 27th. So what happened? We made a slightly new high this morning. Now I'm looking at the daily bar chart here on TradeStation. Let me bring in a Ninja intraday chart. Right here after the open, you can see right at the bell, we got this surge during the first 10 minutes or whatever, and then she rolled over from there. So we got that slight new high on the 28th that I mentioned yesterday that might happen. So we did get that. We did make that new high this morning, and then we've rolled off from there. But what I want to draw your attention to on this chart is, see, I have these two horizontal lines here, and they're giving me this price level bracket. And this is the area that I was looking at for this setup. And I'm marking out by the rectangle there. And what we have here, this is part of this hidden phi component that I've been looking into for the last few weeks. And this thing has been really phenomenal. What it's done, it's given me these angles which are not well known. They're hidden angles, but what I can do with these angles, when you cross a pivot point, you can pick a pivot. Let's say I'm going to take this pivot right here. So there's the low. My vertical line is one bar off the low, just so you can see that pivot low. Where that crosses one of these angles, it gives me a price level, and that level's at this vertical line. Now if I come back to the next angle further back, is there another pivot in that area? Well, there is. This little pivot low right here, I strike a vertical line there, and that crosses the angle right here at the same point. Let's go back to the next angle. I have a slight pivot high here, and that crosses right between, that crosses the angle right there, right between the two horizontal lines. And then looking further back to the shallowest of the angles, I actually find two pivot points that cross that angle, one off of this low and one off of this high right here on 12,920. And that gives me a strike at each one of those lines. So you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points that are confirming that price area. And then you know that we had the swing pivot date for the 28th, so that was confirmed. And what happened? We got a nice rollover, and we got a good short trade going here on the daily bar chart. Now I can also confirm these time points with these angle numbers, which I have done, but I've wiped them off the chart. I use those to confirm the 28th as a trade entry point. So with this particular hidden phi method, I do have time and price came together to give me this really nice setup.